Hey friends, welcome to another edition of Timmy Talks. Today I am headed to ISHA and we're at the bus stop and it's crazy. We don't know where our bus is, what kind of bus, anything. They didn't send us the information, so this should be fun. Okay, we are leaving from Bangalore at what is this makeshift bus station. I mean, it's not a formal bus station, but it seems to work. Okay, it's just pure chaos. They finally sent our bus number like 5 minutes before we have to board, so I think we're in the right spot. And we'll just wait here for the bus. Hey, finally made it on board, and it's comfortable. Now the bus stops only twice if you have to go to the restroom or grab a snack. So any opportunity to get off the bus and go, you got to take it. So the bus dropped us in downtown Coimbatore, and now we have to find an Uber. Okay, once you arrive in Coimbatore, you'll need to grab a cab to get to ISHA, and it's about an hour away at the most, and it should cost you around 1,000 rupees to 1,500. Now, they did try and take advantage of us on an Uber and charge us almost double, but they have a weird system there where you actually bid on your price. So we were able to find a reasonable price cap. And here we are approaching the south side of the ISHA Center. You really should be dropped off at the north side, but this entrance will do. And here is the main check-in center for all accommodations at ISHA. It does take quite a while to check in, so give yourself plenty of time. And here is the contact information for ISHA, and you'll want to get your hotel bookings well in advance. We stayed at the Shiva Padam number 3, which is very far from the ISHA Center. It literally is like at least a 20 to 30 minute walk, depending how fast you walk. It's beautiful, but it's not in the center of things. Now, this particular room that I selected has air conditioning, and I was so happy to have that. This room has 2 beds, and the price is really reasonable. I think it was something like $1,500 for the room, but they do not provide towels, so just know that you need to bring your own towels, and I got mine at Decathlon. So I'm here at the ashram. There is no Wi-Fi, which they don't mention on any website. There's no Wi-Fi, so it's difficult to communicate. Oh my God, this is a little. It's a little difficult to communicate. It is difficult to communicate with people back home. When you check in, there's like 4 different stations you have to go to. One is they take your information, so my passport and all the details, and then you have to wait to actually speak to the person who takes your credit card and checks you in. And I had the timer going. It was 47 minutes between step 1 and step 2. Then you go over to step 3, which is to get a wristband. Here's my wristband that allows me access throughout the compound. And then 4, I had to get my key and my orientation to get my room. And one thing about the room is every time you step out into the compound, you have to give them your room key. And then there's a note on the door that says, don't leave any valuables in your room. There's a locker available at something. So now I feel like my backpack with my passport and stuff is probably the most important to me. So I don't know how comfortable I feel with leaving it in a locker. Okay, so in case you need some Indian traditional clothing, there is several clothing stores on premises. Okay, let's look at the new outfit. it's kind of hard to see, but okay, we are ready to go head out. So let's see what we can see. Here is a view from my accommodation. It is so pretty, but it really is about a 30-minute walk. My recommendation is to try and stay very close if you can. And here's the daily schedule. It's very cool, the things you can do all day long. Unfortunately, you can't film those items. Okay, so what do we want to go see? It's 5:17, and according to this schedule, Nara Archanda Adayana Linga. Okay, so here's a map. So this map comes in very handy. They give this to you when you check in, and it lists all of the places that you can go visit. And on one side is the map, and on the other side are the timings for the different locations. And again, the only thing that you can film are really the outside things, such as the Shiva, adiyogi, and the common areas, but you can't like necessarily film in, you know, the Shiva temple and Bavari temple and all those kinds of things. So I am going to show you what I can, but just know that you have a nice map that gets you around the entire place. That's the right here. So I have to go back to the welcome desk and keep going. Okay, so go back to where, this is where the shop was. So next to the shop, okay, let's go check it out. I think the food is over here, so it doesn't say about food. Since I really haven't eaten today, I'm thinking about food. Dinner at Biksha Hall. Biksha Hall. Biksha Hall. Okay, that's right around here. Okay, let's go check it out. And here we are walking to the Adiyogi light show, and this happens about 7 o'clock every evening, providing that the weather is good, and it lasts about 15 to 20 minutes. Swami, Anna. The Adiyogi at night looks great. They have such great lighting in this place. It's just really beautiful to see.
இன்றைய நிகழ்வு இசை நிகழ்ச்சியுடன் இனிதே தொடங்க உள்ளது.
सामने वाला अच्छा है. हमको तो फोन में बात करने के
15,000 years ago, where he came from. The origins of this spectacular being were unknown. When his ecstasy allowed him some movement, he danced wildly. Had ever known or able to fathom. His ecstasy and intensity allowed him to transcend his physical form. Witnessing an individual human in union with the cosmos, they call him a yogi, as he was the first one, the adiyogi. When his stillness lasted for years on end, curious onlookers melted away. He expounded 112 methods of attainment, offering his disciples access to the deepest innards of creation. Taught her and made her a part of himself, and hence he is the Ardhanari, the ideal man, where one half of him is woman.
It was very cool and moving to see the arti done at the base of the adiyogi. And again, this happens every evening.
Dhyanalingam will remain open until 8 p.m.
And the adiyogi at night is so pretty with those blue lights, just beautiful. And then on your way back to the complex, there's some beautiful statues, and there's even this goshala that you can see all these ox that pull the bullock carts. Just very cool to see in the evening, and they do take good care of them. And the lighting at night is so pretty. They really did a beautiful job in this coconut tree forest. And they are serious. You have to be back at the complex around 9 o'clock. Otherwise, they will shut you out. So after I went to see the Shiva Lingam, I noticed a huge building across the way that had stairs, kind of looked like a temple, huge, like on a platform. And so as I get up there, I see like hundreds of people doing yoga, each to their own, practice. I walked through the area there of people doing it, and I heard water. And I said, okay, there's something on the other side of this. So I walked around the whole complex, and then they have like a kund area, a water reservoir area where the water comes down from the ceiling. And then they had a big naga, or a big snake, at the entrance that was really tall and went all the way up to the top. And then people were going into the water wearing red dhotis, or like little wraps, around them. And they were going in the water, and there were 3 Shiva lingams in the water, under the water, and people were like swimming around it and on top of it and offering water. And and I think I think anyone can go do that, but I think there's an additional charge to have your, clothes in a locker, and then they give you that red little skirt thing, and then you can go in the water. And so it was interesting to watch people do that. And so once I left there, I said it's time for dinner. So I went over to the dinner hall, washed my hands, and then was looking around what to do, because I've not done this before. So the best thing when you haven't done something like this is really to watch others and sort of imitate, right? Imitation is the best form of flattery, right? So I watched everyone, and people first grabbed a cup of brown, I really don't know what it is. So I grabbed like everyone else, and then you walk into the sitting hall, and it's like traditional Indian schools and orphanages and gurdwaras. They line up in rows with plates on the ground and cups on the ground, and you sit across from one another pretty tight, and then they come around with the food. So we were sitting, everyone was sitting, and all of a sudden they start like doing a prayer, a chant that most of them seem to know, 99% of them seem to know. It was really interesting to hear the voices in unison were really beautiful. It's funny. It's like you think, wow, can everyone sing but me? It was like, wow, that in unison, it was just beautiful. So they started out with Om, and then they said like this food prayer, and then it ended with like Shanti, 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 which is peace, peace, peace. And so, it was really neat to see. Then they started coming around with the food. It was first, it's all vegetarian. It was like chopped vegetables that was nicely steamed or cooked. Then they brought some sort of dal, which is like lentils. And then they brought pongal, which is a South Indian rice dish. Tamarind for spice, another kind of liquid dal, moong dal, for drinking, and they brought a mango for everyone, and everyone started out eating dinner with their mango first. And so I thought, I wanted it at the end because I wanted something sweet. Is that just an American thing that we want to end our dinner sweet? I don't know, but I ate mine last. So they were coming around, and it's like 6:45, and I can't eat anything after this. There's no food. There's no way to get food, and I can't have any food, and I'm thinking, okay, you better eat, because you're not gonna have anything until 9 o'clock in the morning. You better eat. So they come around, and I'm like, okay, yeah, it's interesting. The gestures are like, you can hold your hand out for, I want more, but it's all silent in there. Everyone's eating in silence. You hold your hand out for more, and then you can say, that's it, or you say, oh, like, thank you, like, I'm done, thank you, but it's all silent. Everyone's eating in silence. So you look around and learn what people are doing. It's like, okay, well, I want that, or no, I don't want that, or thank you, I'm done, or so it was kind of really cool to see that. And here I'm like, no. It's like looking around, okay, no one's saying no, or nahi or nay or whatever. So just watching that was interesting. So so they're coming around with food, and I'm saying, okay, more and more and more, and I'm noticing that everyone's plate is like finished, like it's clean, like people were like taking their plate and drinking like the juice off of it. So they're all clean. Their right hand, which you eat with, is not dirty at all. It's just like you wouldn't even tell that they ate dinner with their hand. And then here's me with the pile of food, and my hand is like as if I stuck my hand in the food, and it's just on the front and the back, and just a big mess. And so I'm noticing that people are getting up and their plates are clean, their bowls are empty, their cups are empty, and you have to rinse off your food dish, wash it, and then put it out to dry for the next time they serve food. So it's like you kind of participate by eating the food and cleaning your dishes and putting it away. So and you learn this by watching everyone else. So I did that, but I had a pile of food. I was like, I can't eat this. It's all rice, and I've been stopped up for days as it is. I cannot eat this rice, otherwise I'm gonna have to go to the hospital to go to the bathroom. So so I'm like, oh shit, all these people are watching me go. So they have 3 little trash cans, and I mean little, like 12 inches, 15 inches. There's 3 of them. One is for the pit of the mango. One is for cooked food, and the other is for any liquids. And there's hundreds of people in this food hall, and more than half of them have already completed their dinner, and there's like this much in the trash can. This much. Because everyone ate everything on their plate. And here I come, with my plate full of rice and stuff. I'm like, oh shit. So lesson learned, take the food only what you can finish. Finish it completely, so you're not the guy throwing all the food away and everyone looking at you like, why are you wasting food? So, okay, lesson learned. So then I washed my dish, put it away, and then I came back to the room and got my key, because when you leave, you have to give them your key. And I said, where's water? I'm so thirsty. So they said, oh, there's water on at every building. So it's like, oh, there's a cooler there. Okay, it's not a cooler. And I really want cool water, or pani tanda, cold water. I don't like warm water. And it's like treated water. Like you can taste it. It tastes like, when you go to an old restaurant from the 60s and it's kind of moldy water, or, that water at Knott's Berry Farm, how it kind of smells old and musty. Well, that's the way it tastes. So I'm like, oh Lord, I hope I don't get sick. but it's the only water. And I'm like thirsty. There's nowhere you can buy water. There's nowhere you can buy water. And I have a plastic cup and no one, I have a plastic bottle. Thank goodness I brought it in my backpack. Because no one, they leave these cups on top of all these water things. And everyone uses the same cup to drink. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. No. So thank you, Lord, for allowing me to bring my plastic cup. Ugh. Anyways, so lights out, literally in a half an hour, but you can't put any lights on and you have to go to bed. So I guess that's the ashram component of it. I don't know. But all of the events have now come to an end. The second shift of people are now eating. And the first shift of people are probably all back in their rooms. So that's the end of day 1. And I did just take a little peek outside. A lot of people are in their rooms and they're meditating, getting ready for bed. Good morning. We are going to head into ISHA on our bicycles this morning. Okay. Well, the bus didn't come, the shuttle, so we decided to take the bike. Oh, now the shuttle comes. Once you hit this metal bridge, you are now in the ISHA compound, in the heart of it all. And we were happy to see the bridge, finally. Now, many of you will know ISHA has a Save Soil initiative, and here is their nursery on the grounds that you can actually purchase plants from. They do have a lot of sacred plants like rudrakshas and bale fruit and tulsi. So if you're in the market to get these things, great place to get them.
They are the Ola. Yeah.
And the adiyogi looks great during the day as well. Roaming the grounds, came across this beautiful male peacock. I wish he would just spread his feathers, but he was not afraid of us at all. It was nice to see him. And the grounds have so many flowers. If you like flowers, you'll enjoy walking around. And there really is multiple places and things to see at the ashram. You can even volunteer your time and do volunteer work on the farms or serving food or in multiple areas within the compound. It's a lot to see. Good morning from the ISHA Ashram Yoga Center. It's, 6:30 and I've been up for quite a while. I went to the morning Guru Puja session and over there by the Kund, and everybody was sitting down in a row on the floor, cross-legged, doing Om over and over, sort of like a meditation thing. So that was nice to see. And then I went over to the big Shiva Linga. They opened that and people were meditating in there. So early morning meditation. And now I'm back in the room. I'm gonna relax here a little bit and then go to a yoga session. in a little bit. So I look really tired and sound tired because I am tired. This bed is like the worst bed I've slept on yet. It's hard as a rock. I mean, it's just like 1/2 of a step up from the floor. So, yeah, I don't know. You know, I thought, oh, I'll go to bed early and get some good rest. So, okay, I will come back and let you know how the yoga session went. Finally back at our room after a long day of looking in the temples and the kund and all of the things that unfortunately you can't film. But the grounds are just fantastic, and I thought you might like to see it. Here in one of the main areas is a nice Nandi, and the evening looks really, really nice. And again, you can film in the common areas, but you can't film the temple areas and the food area, which I really would have liked to have shown you. But this is really pretty at night. And there's the kund that you can go into. We were there on a Sunday night and getting ready to leave, actually. And we didn't know that Sadhguru was going to be there. He's sometimes there regularly on Sundays. So if you are there, make sure that you stay overnight and leave on a Monday. Finally, heading back home and getting some pizza. And man, this is how much we walked today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care and we'll see you soon.